Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Kent Sunday service for June 7th, 2020. My name is Reverend Patty Becker, and I'm the spiritual leader of Unity of Kent. And our worship assistant this morning will be Lee O'Neill. And we are joined by musician Sammy Barnard. And Sammy will now open our service with the song Imagination.
My imagination truly opens up the world. It takes away the limits held by space and time. Fantasy and dreams, they let me sail beyond the boundaries. I explore the universal mind. With my will and power, I can manifest the formless into life. My imagination truly opens up the world. It takes away the limits held by space and time. Fantasy and dreams, they let me sail beyond the boundaries. I explore the universal mind. With my will and power, I can manifest the formless into life. My imagination truly opens up the world. Thank you.
Sammy. I've never heard that version before, or that song. What a cool background. Kind of hanging out in space. That's great. So good morning again, everyone. I'm so glad you've chosen to be with us this morning at Unity of Kent. As I said in the little banter while we were waiting for music, that at least in my part of the world, it's really starting to up and brighten up, and that lifts my heart. Unity of Kent is an open and welcoming congregation, inviting people of all ages, creeds, colors, and lifestyles to join us on the path of spiritual discovery. Our spirit of inclusion beholds the sacred expressing as all life. We promote a philosophy of practical Christianity and spirituality based on principles and the teachings of Jesus and the core New Thought teachings. We believe in each person's spiritual authority and know that applying spiritual principles to our lives and living by them, that we create an experience that draws to us through the law of attraction more and more good and facilitates our growth into transformation and enlightenment. And that transformation and enlightenment is not only a blessing to ourselves, but it vibrates out and blesses the world around us. So I'd like to begin with prayer this morning. And I've chosen a prayer from the Gaelic tradition, which I found this morning and I thought was really wonderful. So we take a breath and perhaps close our eyes so that we can facilitate centering, leaving the distractions of the three-dimensional world and accessing the fourth dimension, the dimension of eternity and infinity, right behind our eyelids, a realm readily available anytime to us. And as we settle into this world of possibility and infinite blessing, let us relax and open our minds and hearts to the blessings of this day by whatever pathway they come to us. And so, on behalf of and in alignment with the Gaelic tradition, the prayer this morning is, this morning I pray. This morning, as I kindle the fire on my heart, I pray that the flames of God's love may burn in my heart and in the hearts of all I meet today. I pray that no envy or malice, no hatred or fear may smother the flame. I pray that indifference and apathy, contempt and pride may not pour like cold water on the fire. Instead, may the spark of God's love light the love in my own heart, that my heart may burn brightly through the day. And may I warm those who are lonely, whose hearts are cold and lifeless, so that all may know the comfort of God's love through me. And so it is. Amen.
You try. No help belongs. Of a sunny sky. Imagine all the people alive today. Country isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or fight for. And all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday that you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sam. I love that song. It is so appropriate right now. And we just can't imagine peace, envision it, and that will happen someday. You all look splendid this morning on this rainy Sunday day, but that's what keeps Washington green. So let's start with our statement of faith. I believe it's on the screen, so if you'd say it with me. There is one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotence. I trust and align with that power of goodness now. Today, our virtue is fortunate, and I feel very fortunate to be living where I'm living in a retirement home where it's safe, and also in the United States of America, where we will find peace and we will all be safe once again and ready to go out and hug each other. So let me read today's virtue. Hold on. Fortunate is a condition of privilege and prosperity. A fortunate person is one who is blessed and experiences good fortune as a result of circumstances. As a character strength, one who is fortunate is aware of their blessing and it meets with gratitude and humility. Affirmations are, I am fortunate, I am blessed, I am privileged, I have wonderful advantages. And I believe that's true of all of us. I think we're very fortunate. So again, our announcements are, please join Reverend Patty Becker on Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. for the prayer circle. And then again on Wednesdays for the Spirit Talk at 10 o'clock. The Spirit Talk is usually about the talk on Sunday, but as always, it goes in different directions many times. So it's just a good time to get together and have conversation. So please join us Tuesday at 11, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. And remember, keep those tithes coming so we can keep doing Facebook and paying the bills at the church. You're all doing a great job and we really appreciate it. Now let me read the daily word. Today it is joy. Joy is my constant companion. I discover reasons to feel joyful every day, even in the most challenging circumstances. I begin by centering my awareness on the Christ, the divine presence within. I feel love and peace lift my heart, and possibilities for good fill my thoughts. I am joyous. I may experience joy as exuberance, delight, and wonder. Joy may also come quietly as the peaceful assurance of God's presence wherever I am, whatever I am doing. My awareness of joy brings a glow to even the most ordinary day. As I engage wholeheartedly in all that is mine to do today, I share my joy with everyone through kind words, a sunny smile, and a warm welcome to everyone I meet. I radiate joy and bless the world with positivity, happiness, and bliss. Today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118:24. So rejoice today and make it a great day.
And at this time in our service, we usually bless our prayer requests. This weekend has been a full weekend for me of attending a training that I've been involved in for the last year. It's a counseling modality that really accesses our inner being and brings it into a relationship with consciousness for healing, and it's been very rewarding for me. Yesterday we had an exercise, which many of you, kind of a takeoff on an exercise that many of you may have done yourselves in the past at retreats. It's pairing with another person, and each person would take a turn saying to the other, who are you? And this would go on for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then it would be, who are you? Thank you. And then again, who are you? Thank you. Who are you? And the point of it is that it goes to deeper and deeper realizations of how we identify ourselves in the world. The variation that we did yesterday was, what is your heart's desire? What is your heart's desire? And so that's my question for you this morning as we enter into our prayer time. What is your heart's desire? What do you long for? What do you wish for in the world? What do you wish for your loved ones? What is your intent and deepest longing for your life? And so just take a few minutes and be in relationship with that. Just come in contact with that. Just bring it to your mind and hold it in your heart. my deepest desire, the longing of my heart. In the space of wanting, in the space of longing, in the space of connection with what is truly important to me, to which I direct my energy, my heart energy, to the realization of through the process of manifestation. In this space, I affirm that there is one presence and one power active in the universe, in my life, in the lives of my loved ones, that is active in every situation and circumstance of my life, that is active in the world, in the communities, in the cities, in the towns, and in the countryside of every country on earth. This presence and power has no limit. This presence and power is all possibility. And so it is to this field of possibility that I bring my heart's desire and affirm in the oneness that is the beingness of God, that all things are subject to manifestation. Through my faith and my knowing of truth as the core reality of my life, I now claim my good and release myself to its unfolding manifestation at the right time in the right place that serves the highest and best of not only myself, but the world, the community, the family within which I live. I am so grateful for this power of consciousness, so grateful for the power of prayer, so grateful to make the choice to align myself with Spirit expressing as me. And in this gratitude and with complete and constant faith, I let go and let God be God as me. And so it is.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. You give us all that we need, and forgive us as we forgive those who harm us, and lead us not astray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thank you, Sammy. Well, as many of you know, I have been in a fairly remote part of Hood Canal for the past going on 3 months now. I wouldn't call my surroundings wilderness, but I would call it forest. It's full of wildlife, deer and otters, um, even an occasional bear. I haven't seen the bear, squirrels and birds and eagles and just a variety of wildlife. And what I've been reflecting on, though, is that the bears. I haven't seen one for a couple of years, but I do see signs of the bear. And I was just thinking about this bear. And in the fall, the bears are more likely to be seen because they visit local orchards and berry patches, of which on my property I have lots of berry patches and a couple of apple trees. So the property is a destination place for these bears, and they're looking for enough food to sustain themselves through the winter during the months of hibernation and scarcity of food. So during the fall, they actively prepare themselves to successfully navigate the cold and the winter months. And I was thinking that we prepare ourselves as well. We prepare ourselves for significant events. I think of all of us can relate to preparing for a trip, the things that we have to do to get ready to leave home, the things that we have to do to be able to keep our home safe and to to have it looked after. We prepare when we take a test. For causes, we prepare for retreats, and also we prepare for guests when they come to visit us. And in that preparation, we have lots to do, lots to think about, because I think at the core of each one of us, we want whatever we're preparing for to end up being a successful and a satisfying experience. And so we shop and we study and we clean, or we gas up, and we do put as much effort as possible into the preparations so that not only do we wish things to go smoothly, but also we're anticipating the unexpected. Example of that is I'm a great overpacker. Whenever I go anywhere, I take twice as many clothes as I end up wearing, just in case for the unexpected. These past few weeks, or this past week, in cities and small towns across our nation, despite the risk of COVID-19, people have risen up in a united voice of protest against violence and inequity. And this violence and this inequity, these protests, were sparked by a Black man's death by uncontrolled authority. And the condition of racism and hate in our country is being confronted with demands for change, for respect, for justice. Some of the demonstrations have broken out into violent riots. And within those riots, there's been the destruction of property, there's been personal harm, there's been damage, and there's been death. Other parts of the demonstrations and the protests and on some of the days have been very peaceful. And yet in the peacefulness, the protesters have been attacked randomly without cause. All this is very interesting to me, that has arrived at within the context of the COVID-19, that we've been social distancing, and yet this event has been bringing people into very close contact. I believe that we are at a tipping point in our tipping point of social justice movement, and this movement began in the 1960s with Martin Luther King. And he called to task the inequities of race in this country. This situation is calling all of us to be at our highest and our best in terms of discernment and in terms of action. This is a situation demanding deep and considered reflection. reflection on prejudice, privilege, poverty, and opportunity, and every level of inequity, and then to make a clear and compassionate response, to take some sort of action that comes out of compassion. What we see on television or participate in the streets of our communities, though, is not just a social issue, but it is a spiritual issue as well. These times are bringing before us the concept of oneness and is asking the question of every one of us, are you in or are you out? To be out is to cling to otherness, to them, to us, those people, my way of life. To be in is to embrace we, our community, and together. One presence, one power, one life, one love. None of us would dream of going on a long road trip unprepared. We'd think twice. We wouldn't even think. It would be just a no-brainer that we would fill our tanks with our cars if we're going on a road trip, fill them with gas. That we wouldn't start out on a long trip with a half tank of gas. And in like manner, how can we possibly dream of making considered, compassionate, and thoughtful choices in a time such as this that requires so much integrity without preparation, without self-care and spiritual fullness? We cannot be a healing presence, or we can't minister to pain from a place of personal depletion, of spiritual depletion. We must each face our own demons and be open to our own wounds and do the courageous work of self-healing. The greatest support and the greatest preparation for considered mature responses to our situation we're into now is prayer and meditation. The regular practice of meditation and prayer transforms conditions within ourselves of being half full to overflowing. And it is from the overflow energetically that we can offer true support and true power. A daily practice of prayer and meditation keeps our spiritual reservoir full and overflowing. And it is the overflowing that is the powerful force. And we do that. We fill ourselves up by going to the silence through the avenues of prayer and meditation so that we might access pure being. And then pure being manifests in the relative world as wisdom, courage, will, faith, love, life, and the expression of all of the 12 spiritual faculties of our souls, divine ideas. Our outer conditions reflect our inner convictions and our inner beliefs. So when I look at the events around me today and this past week, I am struck by the requirement for each of us to do our healing part. And the first step of that healing part is prayer and meditation. And so this morning, this Sunday being the first Sunday of the month of June, is when we as a community get to participate in Silent Unity prayer service. This prayer service is available on our website, unityofkent.com. And it would be my wish that each one of us would download this prayer service and to engage with it every single day as our own practice, as our own support, as our own filling up for being a healing presence in the world. And so right now, let's each in our own way, just open ourselves to the experience as I lead us through the Silent Unity Prayer Service for June. And again, I would invite you to just relax in the chair you're sitting as much as possible. If you have to move back from your computer screen, be more comfortable, do that, or shift your body position. To be aware of any place in your body that may want another level of relaxation and release. To be mindful of your thoughts, whether they are distracting or calm. And if they are distracting, just pay them no mind. Allow them to just go through without resistance. That which we resist persists. And so by allowing them their own space, they will go on. And having been aware of our thoughts and mind, I would invite you to move to your heart. To your heart space. And to feel your heart as the center of love. Love as a divine idea is the harmonizing power. It is the power that brings discord into alignment. And so I invite you to notice the sensation in your heart space right now. How does it feel? Does it feel open and receptive, a little tight, maybe unsure, available, hesitant, constricted, released? And in that noticing, if there is a different direction that you would like to go with your heart space, to gently ask your heart to open, to soften, to be more receptive, if that's what's called for. Every beat of my heart, every beat of my heart radiates divine love. The activity of my heart is harmonized. It is the power of coming together. It is the power of uniting. It is the power of bringing discord to oneness. And therefore, I am one with the harmonizing power of divine love. Whenever I find it hard to be loving, I turn to divine love by which I harmonize my thoughts and realize my true nature. And that true nature is love. By the radiating power of divine love expressing as me, I am a loving presence in the world. And I am loving. And so I invite you to go to the silence within, to the place that we have prepared, to feel the loving presence of your heart and the power of love within you. I breathe into the healing power of God, the renewing pulse in my body, mind, and spirit. Healing is natural to me as I become a silent witness to the magnificent power of divine life in my body, in my mind, and in my spirit. And I dwell upon the amazing capacity of wounds to heal and challenges to be overcome. And with this capacity, with this activity, I am renewed. And as I turn within to return to the silence, I affirm my power to heal and self-actualize. All wisdom is within. I turn within to know all I need to know in the silence. Let me be still now and silent, receptive to the gentle flow of inner wisdom. I do not scatter my attention by grasping for answers all around me. Instead, I am still and silent and attentive to the divine wisdom within me. Being still, turning to the silence, I go once more within to commune to the highest self of my being. celebrating unexpected blessings I live today. My eyes are open to notice the untold ways that I cherish unexpected kind words, thoughtful gestures, landscapes, nourishment, or enlightenment, and every kind of blessing. I hold the beauty in each person I connect with, receiving their presence as a gift, and I pray in gratitude for living well today. And I take that swell of gratitude in my heart for my life, for the life that I am given and the life that I am gifted with, into the silence. One with God and one with all, I am a peaceful presence. As I pray for peace in the world, I affirm I am a living expression of peace. God's peace is my peace. My peace is God's peace, flowing from within my prayerful mind and heart. I affirm my unity and solidarity with all people, and I know that peace begins with me. And I take this realization once again to the silence, accessing the peace of my deepest self and living and offering that peace. And so now we prepare to leave meditation, to go out into the world, to take up our lives, renewed and restored, fortified by prayer. Our spirits have been infilled to overflowing, so that we have the resources to move into whatever is ours to do with clarity, strength, courage, love, and imagination. We are the light of the world. And through the benefits of prayer and meditation, our light shines even more brightly. And we together agree to shine our lights, the light of love, the light of light, in every one of the moments of our lives going forward. And so let us close this time of prayer, this time of infilling, this time of renewal with the prayer of protection, and then we'll follow it by the affirmative prayer of truth. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. I am the power of God. And I am the presence of God. And wherever I am, in whatever circumstance, in whatever situation, God is. God is. And all is well.
As long as we have love, we have a way. As long as we have love, we have a way. As long as we have love, as long as we have love, as long as we have love, we have a way. As long as we can pray, we have a way. As long as we can pray, we have a way. As long as we can pray, as long as we can pray, we have a way. We have a way.
Thank you, Sammy. I would ask that every one of you right now just check in with yourself and to see how you're feeling right now after this time of meditation. Do you have a sense of being more at peace, more balanced? Have a sense of being centered, grounded? Is there a feeling of an enhanced sense of strength, of well-being? If you are feeling any of those things today, right now, as a result of having this time of prayer together, those are your strengths. This is what's called for in our world. This is what's called for now in our situation of change and transformation. And I would say revolution. Wherever you are, bring this to the world. Bring yourself as these attributes, as this energy, as this light, and as this love. and true enlightenment will ensue. I would like to move now into the part of our service that is the blessing of our love offerings. And we have several ways in which you can contribute, in which you can send your love offerings and tithes to Unity of Kent by direct mail-in, also through depositing into the mailbox in front of the church. And on our website, we have buttons or access points to go into PayPal or Givelify. I personally use Givelify because it's so easy. Once I set it up, it just takes hardly any time at all. And it's just a very efficient way of keeping my tithes and my connection with abundance in full swing. So make your choice. And the blessings on our love offering today is if you join with me in your heart, read along as I say this. Divine love, expressing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so together now, let's mentally connect with one another through our heart, forming a circle of power, a circle of presence, a circle of divine light, as in whatever way we can participate in our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all our ways. Let us walk with each other. Joy is bound to take each moment and live eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
By way of a benediction, a prayer by which we can connect to and bring with us when we leave our time together here, I have a prayer taken from the Hindu Rig Veda, and it's called United in Heart. May we be united in heart. May we be united in speech. May we be united in mind. May we perform our duties as did the wise of old. May we be united in our prayer. May we be united in our goal. May we be united in our resolve. May we be united in our understanding. May we be united in our offering. May we be united in our feelings. May we be united in our hearts. May we be united in our thoughts. And may there be perfect unity among us. So once again, thank you for joining us for today's service. Have a wonderful day, and may you be guided in every way by your inner knowing, which is flawless and impeccable. So, and have some fun as well. Okay. I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.